What's up, Lil? Yeah, Aaron living there talking head, coming to you live Untitled VRified Games. How are you doing, Dago?
Hey Ed, how's it going?
Yeah, man. Oh, you ask me how it's going all the time. It's going fine, man, but we're here for the game. What's this? What are you playing, man?
Jeez, alright. Roll out the wrong side of the bed.
We're always free to choose. To believe what we want to believe. But when you step back, when you really look at where you've been and the things you've done, your past will come to devour you.
Okay, so Ed,
Yeah.
today we are playing Bendy and the Dark Revival in VR with UUVR.
Bendy and the Dark Revival. Okay. What's this? What's up? Tell me what's going on.
Well Ed, if you're a fan of VR at all, you are most likely aware of Team Beef and their mods.
Oh, yeah.
Well, their first foray into PC VR modding was Bendy and the Ink Machine.
Yeah, man, I remember Bendy and the Ink Machine. I remember we covered that when it came out.
We did.
There you go, little guy. And only 800 more frames to go.
No way I'm getting through tonight without some coffee. Probably some downstairs.
Time for a little adventure.
Well, Bendy and the Ink Machine was a fantastic port of the original game. You had 60 off head tracking, positional tracking, controller tracking. It was a fully fledged port of Bendy and the Ink Machine. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
And then you might remember a year or so ago, we covered the prequel game, Boris and the Dark Survival.
Yeah, man. That was an isometric top-down view game, and we managed to get it into first-person VR with UUVR.
That's right, and the first-person mod by Full Tilt On. That is correct. So we got that game that's traditionally played in isometric view in first person, and you could toggle it any time, and it was playable in VR, and you know, it's a great companion piece for Team Beef's port of Bendy and the Ink Machine, but yeah, we want more. I mean, that prequel game was basically a port of a mobile game, so it was very scaled back in terms of what Bendy and the Ink Machine was able to achieve. Boris and the Dark Survival was essentially a pick-up-and-play casual game set in the Bendy universe, but we wanted more, something more akin to Bendy and the Ink Machine.
Yeah, we did.
Really? They locked me in. Good thing I brought my own key today.
Yeah, we'll fast forward a few years and UUVR releases.
UUVR. Universal Unity Virtual Reality.
That's right, Ed.
Who put this here?
Hot on the heels of UEVR, its big brother, which focuses on Unreal Engine, UUVR gets released by Raipal. Now, we have covered a number of games with this injector in the past already, and you can check the playlist if you want to have a look at those, but man, this injector does not get the attention that it deserves.
Oh?
Yeah, it's overshadowed by UEVR, but UUVR is just as fantastic.
Here's the key.
Yes, okay, it doesn't have all of the features that UEVR has. For instance, it doesn't have tracked motion controllers. It doesn't have the ability to attach items to your hands. But what it has going for it is you can inject Unity titles into VR, which, come on, two of the biggest game engines used in the industry today by every publisher, every dev house and their sister is either Unreal Engine or Unity. That's how it is. So yes, as good as UEVR is, and it's fantastic, it's limited to Unreal Engine.
Not the most welcoming hallway I've ever seen.
That's like half of the games out there. Well, UUVR aims to get the other half into VR.
Hello? Is someone there?
And it deserves more attention, I think.
Yeah, it does, man.
Yeah, so it's not as robust as its big brother, as I've already said, in terms of the motion controls. It also doesn't have the suite of options available to it that UEVR has. Yes, you can configure the titles somewhat, but it's a little bit limited when compared to UEVR. And when it comes to head tracking, for the most part, it's 3DoF as opposed to 6DoF. 6DoF is coming, but it's disabled at present by Raipal until he can perfect it. So that brings us to today's game, Bendy and the Dark Revival. the sequel to Bendy and the Ink Machine, and overall third game in the series, is now playable in VR with UUVR.
Wilson? You scared me to death.
I'm sorry, my dear. Didn't mean to frighten you. You're working late tonight. A pretty girl like you shouldn't be wandering around all by yourself. Mind if I step in?
Of course not.
Thank you. Audrey, you look like you could use a little company.
So, it's been really nice this past week.
Just beautiful. Gorgeous.
What was that? Please tell me we're not trapped in here.
Don't you worry, my dear. It's just a little short in the system. Happening a lot these past few days. No need to fret. Let's see what we can find. Come along now. Old Wilson will protect you.
What you get out of the box is trade-off head tracking. It's controller based, so no motion controls. What you do get is a fully realized 3D world. You can freely look around, decoupled from the game view or the mouse cursor, so to speak. You are freely decoupled from that. You can look around in any direction. And yeah, you can play the entirety of the game this way. Now, one thing I've noticed is the world scales, everything seems a little bit larger than it should. Adjusting world scale is not something that's possible in UUVR at the moment.
There we are. Just a few more switches to throw. Follow me. It will be perfectly safe.
Now, if you play through Steam VR, you may be able to adjust the world scale that way through Steam VR's own settings. I haven't tried it myself. I'm playing through OpenXR with my MetaQuest 3S just for better performance. I choose OpenXR over OpenVR any day of the week in terms of performance there. But it may be possible to adjust the scale that way, but it would be nice to have it as an option within UUVR. It's just not there yet. Another thing which has nothing to do with UUVR, but there are little black bars that appear. These are for the cinematics, and I know there are numerous ways to disable those. I haven't gotten around to it. Again, you can't disable it through UUVR or anything, but you could use like third-party software like Reshade or something to get rid of those. So it's something I'd like to look into. And also the head tracking is 3-off as opposed to 6-off, so I'd love to get 6-off down the line. Other than that, it's running beautifully. It looks great. It's more Bendy. It's more of the Bendy universe that you know and love.
Looks like someone's been messing with the exhibits. There should be something on each of these pedestals. Audrey, sweet Audrey. Do an old man a favor and go find them. I'll tend to the power.
In terms of a sequel, it doesn't break the wheel or anything like that. It's basically what you got in Bendy and the Ink Machine, but bigger, better, and more. So, yeah, it's more Bendy. That's the best way to describe it. Yes, you are a new protagonist, it's a new story, but the core gameplay remains the same. It's essentially a series of fetch quests, backtracking, survival horror, run and hide, kind of similar to how Alien Isolation works, and of course the previous game, Bendy and the Ink Machine. And yeah, it's a hell of a lot of fun.
Yeah, man, so how do we play it, man?
Well,
Oh, Jesus, titty Carl,
you didn't think I'd get away from you again in another video, did
as a
you?
matter of fact, I kind of did.
Oh, guys, come on. Stop this. Hey, Carl, how you doing?
Hey guys, how's it going? Carlton Carl here, back again with another tutorial. How y'all doing? Alright.
Yeah, we're doing okay.
I was doing just fine before your ass turned up.
No, you weren't. You were grumpy from the get-go, and now you're grumpier.
You so?
Anyway, Carl, how do we play this in VR?
Yeah, very easy. So, you know how in UUVR you can import profiles?
Yeah.
Well, you can kind of do that with UUVR. It's just not it's just a little weird. Alright, so here's what you gotta do. Assuming this is the first time you've ever tried this, go to the link in the description and download Raipal.
Raipal?
Yeah, trust me, download Raipal. Alright, open her up, go to mods. Make sure you install all of those bad boys.
Oh man, it's even got a UUVR in there.
Yeah, it does. Now, we don't need that for this install, but yeah, you can install the UUVR through Raipal also. That's a handy little interface.
Okay, cool.
Alright, you got all those mods installed?
Yeah.
Okay, go to games.
Yeah, go to games.
Alright, go ahead and highlight Bendy and the Dark Revival. Go ahead and download the VR-specific mods there, just like we have on screen. Go ahead and install them.
Alright.
Okay, now you see those three little dots there? Go ahead and press it, alright? Now open up that directory. Okay, now go to the link in the description there. You'll see our game profile. Go ahead and download that and extract it there. Overwrite anything, it's okay. That is essentially how you import a profile with UUVR. And now that you've done that, you've got our profile for Bendy and the Dark Revival with UUVR. So now, yeah, you can all enjoy the sequel to Bendy and the Ink Machine in virtual reality. Alright, see y'all in game.
Yeah, I'll see y'all gay.
See you later, Carl. Thanks. Yeah, so there you guys have it. That is Bendy and the Dark Revival, full 3DOF VR, controller based, and running beautifully with Raipal's UUVR. Alright. So I guess we're going to leave it there, you guys. Like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any thoughts, queries, any critiques, put them down below. If indeed there are any games you'd like us to look at VRifying in the future, put those down below and we will presumably get back to you eventually.
To do. Pull that switch.
You can also follow us on TikTok for our adventures over there, which are basically condensed versions of what we do over here. And yeah, follow us on all social medias. All links will be in the descriptions, and yeah, looking forward to seeing you there also. Alright, VRified Games out.
It is done.
Wilson?
Oh, Audrey. The things you've set in motion.
What's happening?
The ink is calling us, my dear. Can't you hear it?
What?
Shh. Don't fret. We're going home.
Stay back.
Listen to me, Audrey. Pay attention to these last words, because very soon you will forget everything.
Let go!
Come find me, Audrey. Come find me, and I'll show you your purpose. I'll show you the truth.
This can't be real.
And now we die.
What are you doing? Oh no. No!